And we are back with some more One Piece character ranking. Let's get into it. We still have a ways to go. So, Waffle, fuck Waffle, just the worst character in all of One Piece, in my opinion. I just hate him so much. It's not like Doflamingo where you despise him, but he's still an incredibly written character. Waffle's just shit all around. Um, these are Waffle's assistants. And fuck it, I'm gonna say Dalton's low tier too. He's just boring. Um, Correa and Hero look. Um, Hero looks better. I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put Hero look in high tier, and Correa in mid tier. Crocodile, pretty cool villain. Just doesn't have as much of the substance and depth that later villains do. But he's fun. He's a fun character. I'm gonna put him mid tier. I'm gonna like lightning round some of these where like I don't really have much to say. Um, you know, fuck it. Just for what the Pell shit where he didn't die, shit tier. Yeah, I'm just lightning round some of these. Lightning round, lightning round, lightning round. Okay, I think we can go back to ranking. Sorry for all the sips. My voice is just like fucked for some reason. You can hear that. There's just so much allergy shit going on in my throat right now, so I'm gonna have to take pretty regular drinks. Um, Mr. Two, Bon Clay. You love him. You gotta love him. Incredible queer representation for a character introduced in the 90s. Like now One Piece has like different multiple trans characters and deals with like LGBTQ representation quite well. But back then, like that wasn't really a thing that was dealt with very much in manga. And like Mr. Two comes in, and obviously there's like issues with how Oda handled like the newcomers and the Kamabaka Kingdom and things like that. But Mr. Two is just an incredible representation of like a really good person and a positive. I know I started off in a villain group, but like just a really good person and a positive role model and a positive figure that also just happens to be queer. And I think it's really really incredible. Um, that this character came out in the 90s and is such an awesome, incredible character and has become such an MVP to that, like, all of the fandom unanimously loves Mr. Two. There's a lot of things about it. You can't not love Mr. Two. Mr. Two goes right in high tier for me. Ace. I think Ace is overrated. Everyone loves Ace. He's one of the most popular characters in the whole series. I think we could have should have gotten more of him. I think there's not a lot of like there is depth to his character, but I feel like we learn a lot about his depth too late. I think he's a little lower quality of a character than a lot of people are bound to say. So I'm gonna say mid tier. I tell you, me putting Ace in mid tier is gonna get me put on a stake. Cobra, good king, good guy. Um, I like how bold he was at the referee. Put him in tier. Bellamy is like the perfect example of like, you know, when you find out a bully is being abused or bullied at home, and that's why they come to school and take it out on others. That's like what this character is, and that he's being abused by like his role model Doflamingo. So he takes like Doflamingo, tries to like emulate Doflamingo and take that energy on a small scale when like we know that he's no Doflamingo. He has like he's just a you know hot shot, and and I feel like there's good in there, but he's just so misled. And I think he's a very interesting character in that sense. So I'm gonna put him. Do I want to put him in high tier? I'm gonna put him in high tier. Fuck it. This is my list. I can do what I want. Mont Blanc, Cricket. Uh, it's fine. Low tier. The Gorosei. I'm putting all of the Gorosei in. We don't know enough about them because this is when we're learning about them right now. So in the story. So I'm gonna put them all there. Um, Let me take another sip here. So get some guys out of the way. Who? I don't remember him. Don't remember him. There's a lot of people. It's the old guy in Long Ring Longland. We're just doing some lightning rounds. It's a long animal. This is the bird. Fuck Foxy. He's going in shit tier. And we're throwing in all Foxy's crewmates there too. Just trying to clear out some space here. Fuck it, I want to talk about Doflamingo and Kuma. Sorry about all my allergies, God. Blow my nose here. Doflamingo, in my opinion, is the best villain in the series and one of the best villains ever written. He is so fucking evil, and you want to hate him so much. Yet it's the perfect example of like the contrast between him and Rosiante, who I will get to. Um, where and it's a core theme in the story where you're dealt with a shitty, horrible life and so much trauma in your childhood, yet you can choose to take that and work to make the world a better place so no one has to experience what you experienced, or you can say fuck you to the world and decide. And Arlong is a good example of this as well that I put in high tier. But you could say fuck you to the world and decide I'm going to make the lives of people as miserable as possible so they have to experience what I experience. Like it's these two inverse paths that you can deal with trauma and abuse in. And Doflamingo is the perfect villain in the sense that like there is so much tragedy in his life, and you completely understand why he turned out the way he did and how evil he is and fucked up he is. Yet there's a whole other path, and you see that through Rosinante, who I will get to. And there's another path you could take. You don't have to do bad, and it's so his behavior is no means excusable, but that just makes him such a fascinating villain. Honestly, one of the best villains in all of fiction. That's right, Doflamingo is going. We're gonna go crazy. Doflamingo is going in best of all fiction. My favorite One Piece villain. um and another friend, Bartholomew Kuma, recent addition to best in all fiction when we got the full scope of his backstory. God, just one of the most purely good characters, and he's shrouded in this like apathetic toughness, like of a shield that the world put on him. The world painted him as this robotic monster, and deep down he's just such a good person. And like I think when it really clicked for me that he's one of the best characters ever written was like when they were putting him down and like erasing the last of his memories, and you just see this montage of like everyone that he ever did good for him, like thanking him for all the good he did in their lives and how much he changed them. And the amount of suffering that he went through and the fact that he just was dedicated to his last breath to doing good and saving people he loves and caring about people, like his whole life was based on altruism, And I'm literally about to cry right now just thinking about how amazing Kuma is. He's just such a good role model, you know? And I feel like in its core, One Piece is a kid series, and it's important to have role models like this. And yeah, Kuma's best in all fiction. I'm like tearing up just thinking about how amazing Kuma is, you know? Um, okay, let's keep going. This is where our list is at so far. Let's keep it moving. Uh, am I blanking on his name? What's his name again? No, not Akainu. The fact that I can't, I'm like going to look up his name. Uh, is there pictures? Really? Is he just not here? Fuck off. You know what I'm trying to do. Uh, here we go. This should help us. I'm going on such a tangent right now. Really? I'm just trying to find the character's name. I can't remember his name. He's fine. He's fun. I think Garp is better, but yeah, he's fun. Fun to be around. It's here. I think we don't see her enough. I can't remember her name, but she's like high ranking. Marine as well. I'm gonna say low tier to be honest. Whitebeard, Daddy Whitebeard, can't get much higher than this ranking. Whitebeard, he's like the antithesis to Kaido. Like, had a really rough childhood where he only survived based on his strength. He was part of the Rock Pirates, which was, you know, seemingly an evil pirate crew with malicious intent. Yet he came out of it and created like, you know what, this isn't what I want out of piracy. You know, like I want to create a family for people. I want to create a safe space for people where we can all, you know, be together in this fucked up world and have support and have each other's backs. And you know, Luffy, obviously the Straw Hats do that, but they're such a small scale crew. While Whitebeard took this and like exploded it to like thousands, and obviously he can't be there for all his people. He can't care for all, thousands of people all at once, and that's why like so many people slip through the cracks, like Blackbeard and oh, the spider guy. I can't remember his name, but yeah, like so many people slip through his cracks. So there is flaw there. There's a lot of flaw there. But overall, he's just like you know he learned from his time in youth and his time in Rocks Pirates and really like transitioned himself into creating a better form of piracy. Um, I'm putting him in high tier. Blackbeard. Don't know enough. I'm gonna say we don't know enough. Like, there's a lot to say about Blackbeard, but I'm not gonna go into it today. And I'm gonna do that for most of Blackbeard's crew, actually. Um, Here, I think we just don't know enough about them yet. Jesus Burgess, I think we know enough to say shit here. Fuck Jesus Burgess. Uh, Old guy from Skypiea. Uh, Mid tier. Conus, low tier. I don't remember having any significant personality. Same with Conus's dad. Uh, same with uh, Same with NL's guys. NL, he's fun, but like, is he like a real memorable, like good villain? Nah, I think we just don't know enough. You know, I'm putting him in low tier. Honestly, a lot of people that's controversial. It's controversial, but I'm putting him in low tier. This guy's a giant frog, and I hate frogs, so he's going in shit tier right now. Who? 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 I'm just getting some who's out of the way right now. Who? 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 See if there's more Who's we get out of the way. Okay. Okay. Um, I can't remember his. I'm so bad at names. Hear that siren? If I didn't hear an ambulance accompanying that siren, I don't know if this is picking up at all. I'd be like, oh shit, like this is a bomb siren. Like I don't know if you hear it at all right now, but it is a fucking bomb siren. But I know that's not the case because I hear ambulances accompanying it, so it's just some type of ambulance. Um, so I'm gonna try to ignore that and keep going here. I never really grew like Skypiea is not one of my favorite arcs. I never really grew too attached to this guy. Is his name Wiper? Wiper? Is that his name? It is Wiper, but spelled edgy. Uh, putting him in low tier. Okay, Calgary and Noland. Oh, I love that backstory. It's just such a good backstory. I don't really have much to say, but I'll put them in mid tier. I think Aokiji, we just don't know enough about him yet. I think there's a lot of depth to his character that we're going to find out. I think right now he is in a Snape Dumbledore situation where I think Garp has definitely tasked him with infiltrating and pretending not to be, or the government in some capacity has tasked him with not to be affiliated with government or to have joined the Blackbeard Pirates. But I think there's gonna be a lot of depth revealed about his character. So I'm gonna put him in don't know enough about him yet, where we're gonna learn more, and he could be an excellent character in that sense. Girl, Bunny, and Fishwoman. I remember not liking them actively. I'm putting all three in low tier. Um, I'm doing terrible with names today. I'm just like totally blanking. Iceberg. Iceberg's fine. Mid tier. Same with him. Same with Lucci. This is just a bird. This bird. Uh, certain members of CP0 I feel like aren't. Oh, not all of CP9 now CP0 is created equal. I'm gonna say these guys toward the end here are low tier. They're not really too memorable. Um, yeah, I'm gonna say all of CP9 other than Lucci gets to low tier. Honestly, I just think they're not great. Like Enies Lobby is one of, if not the best part of the series, but like they don't have that much depth to them, to be honest. I'm blanking on his name. He's just evil for the sake of being evil, and I don't like characters that are evil for the sake of being evil, to be honest. This is just an elephant. Frankie family, I think they're like, low tier plot vehicles. Tom, great adoptive father figure. I'm gonna put him in mid tier. I don't think these count as characters. It's the ramen noodles guy. Shit tier. Don't remember much about him. Oh, these are the Giants at Enies Lobby. I'm putting them in low tier. I think they're not really like, I don't remember much. Clovis, awesome, good guy, good father figure. Clovis is going in high tier. He's very similar to Hero Look, similar to that vibe. Soul, mid tier. I think we're gonna get more of him. You know what? I'm gonna say don't know enough. I think we're gonna get more of him. So Nico Olvia, not Robin's mom, such a complex character. Like there's so much depth to her in that like she's out there doing good, and we don't know like what she was secretly doing like fully. I think like it's really up to your interpretation. Like I think there's a lot of theories that she was with the Revolutionary Army, which is very like high theory. There's a lot of theories that she's with Roger. I think we might have seen her in Odin's flashback if she was with Roger. I think the timeline added up for that, if I remember correctly. Um, so looking about like the fact that she's like out there trying to solve mysteries and do good, but she in the process abandoned her daughter. I know she's trying to make the world a better place for her daughter, but like she's so complex and that she abandoned her daughter to make the world a better place for her daughter. So it's like it's really a lot of depth to her, and I think she's one of the best flashback figures in the series. I'm putting her in high tier. And I'll move Clovis down to mid tier. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Uh, Gart, another very complex character, and then struggling with his compass of what's good or not. His relationship with Roger is very interesting and complex, very reminiscent of Luffy and Kobe. I think that's like the point of their parallel. Yeah, super fascinating character. This is tough. This is tough. Mid tier or high tier. I'm just looking at who's in high tier though, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Garp, you're mid tier. Sonny doesn't have as much personality as the Mary. I mean, fuck Moria. I hate Moria. Everyone hates Moria. Absalom. Uh, you know, I don't remember much of his character. He's not very memorable. I know he was a pervert, I think, and did some good things later or something. I honestly don't remember, but very unmemorable. Peruna, I love her, but also, she's fun. She's a fun character, but like, I'll put her in mid tier because she doesn't have like insane depth or anything like that. Hogback, fuck Hogback, shit tier. Not really. There's characters that aren't they're really characters. They're just plot vehicles. Ryuma, sorry, Ryuma, you go in there too. Um, Lola. I'm like forgetting the whole Lola Chiffon thing right now. I'm like trying to think back, and I'm like, I don't remember the whole thing. Wow, I'm like really brain fogging today. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Same with his former Brooks' former captain. Same with her. Same with him. Oh my god, what's his name? Oh, I'm brain fogging so hard. What's his name? Oh, I love him. I love him. He's so fucking funny. Um, Sanji look alike. Duval. I love Duval. Fuck it. I'm just saying fuck it. He goes in high tier. I mean, a celestial dragon isn't going to go anywhere but shit tier. I'm sorry. I think we don't know enough about her yet. Interesting that she was. I think she was the performing princess of Amazon Lily or something like that. Really, I think we're going to learn more about her though. Let's bang out some of the supernovas here. Shit tier, incredibly wasted potential. Um, I'm putting extra to low tier out of Mercy. Rouge, I think we're going to learn more about soon. Capone, um, he's fine. I don't love his character. Don't hate his character. Uh, you know, looking at who's in mid tier, I'm going to say Capone goes low tier. Jewelry Bonnie. Before Egghead, I would put her in low tier. After Egghead, she skyrockets right up to high tier. I think there's a very good chance she could be an next Straw Hat. Um, Incredible character. I hate Kid. I'm sorry. I hate Kid. I like Killer a little more, but Kid's just like one of my least favorite characters in the series. Um, Trafalgar Law is like he has like a really hard shell of an exterior, but he has like this gooey molten center in the middle. I love him. I love him with all my heart. I just want to cuddle him and give him a kiss. you know, uh, he deserves it. He's been through so much in his life, and he could very easily have turned out to be another Doflamingo if it weren't for Rosinante, who swayed him in the right direction and made him the man who he is. And the fact that you know he has a crew that loves and adores him shows that he is like a good guy. You know, Beppo, my bias takes Beppo to high tier. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I just fucking love Beppo. Um, okay, we'll do a few more and then we'll call it an episode and then we'll do another part. Rayleigh, I love Rayleigh. I think he's a fascinating character. I love his emotionality and how his personality. He has such a vibrant personality, and it radiates through him, and it makes him such an interesting character, and fun character to be around that you don't really get with a lot of older era characters. Um, High tier or mid tier? Mid tier. Borsalino, very fun character. I like how there's a bit of depth to him with his whole relationship with Vegapunk and Sentamaru, and we're getting a little bit of that. But overall, I'm gonna put him mid tier. I'm looking at this list, and I'm I think there needs to be I figured out what the issue with this list is. I figured it out. I figured out my problem here, and that is adding another row here where I least expected it. But I think we need a god tier that's below best in all fiction, and I think we got to move some of these characters up there. And that way we you see I think this balances it out. And then we move. You see what I'm doing? You see the method to my madness here? I think we're fixing this list right now. I I had a brain blast. I had a brain blast. Let's move Sanji up. No, I think this really does a lot of solving. I think this was yeah, I feel like that balances out having that one extra tier up there. I think it really does because they're not the god tier members are not on the level of the high tier members, but the high tier members are in mid tier. So I think this really helps. I think this really helps. Sentamaru, as much as they try to give him some death, I hate Sentamaru. I just hate it so annoying. Boa Hancock, such an absolutely fascinating character, where she puts on this cold persona of beauty queen, powerful bitchy princess, but deep down she you know she's gone through so much trauma and so much hardship in her life that it's she had to adopt this persona to protect her people. And deep down she's a good person. And it just takes Luffy cracking that shell a bit to see Like, and Luffy has that magical power to sort of crack that exterior shell for a lot of people and show like their true colors on the inside. So such an incredible character, and she's like the world IRL does what the One Piece world does to her, where they like take her and make her this sex symbol and make her this merchandising symbol, and she's so popular as like a merchandise character when like they're really just judging her based on her looks, and like there's so much porn of her, and I never am interested in any porn of her. I'm just like like it's like the way the real world treats her is almost like the way she's treated in universe, and it's very interesting meta kind of thing to the story. Low tier for her sisters, her snake. Was it revealed that she was part of the Rocks Pirates? I can't remember. I think it was, right? Yeah. I think we'll learn more about her yet then. I don't even remember what her first story is, to be quite honest. Who is this? I don't even know. This is the guy that trained Usopp. What's your plot vehicle? I'd say that about all of the Ample Down prison guards, to be honest. You know, I'm throwing them all in there. I think that's going to be this episode because I have to go to the bathroom. So next time we will continue this tier list. We're making progress. We're making good progress, I think. I think we're getting there. So, yeah, we will continue this soon.